This little video she made a couple years ago that has never been seen before. Alright, let's play it, guys. Let's stop dicking around. Here we go.
This video is about my daddy issues and how I've lost my footing as a mother of 6 kids, and what I'm gonna do today to try to make things right of the mess that I've made of my life. I've looked up a lot of stuff on daddy issues on the internet, and there's just a lot of kind of obvious stuff that is only nominally helpful, just kind of saying like this is what it looks like. But what I'd like to do is offer people a way to watch me go through like what it means to try to make this right, and yeah, like just to see how it could come out right, because it's really, really wrong.
Frank says, I'm convinced Cortney isn't real. She can't be real. Or before this. I think in the video she says it's like 7 a.m. or something, or like 9 a.m. So this was all her. This was all her.
I had nothing to do with this.
I'm gonna let it play the whole way through, and then we'll go through it. I think that's the best way to do it, because I haven't watched it in a little while, and I forget exactly what she says here.
Okay, so my hope is that as I do these videos and solve these problems, that I won't be sitting here in this disgusting shirt, this disgusting hair, and no makeup on, and exhausted and crying, and that by the end of this it'll be okay, you did it, and that's what I want to do it. So my plan is today, and I know that there's no background to any of this, but I just kind of have to get going because it's already 9 o'clock in the morning, and becoming cynical with their lives, becoming hopeless,
Wait a minute,
trying to escape at every chance they get.
I got 4 kids.
This must have been when
We were gone.
me and you were gone, giving her a break.
And John
was... Where would John have been?
I don't know.
Oh, at the apartment. So she was at Greenwich Ave with Charlie, Tommy, Maggie, and Joe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which Charlie said was the worst time of his life.
Right, yes.
Finding their escapes in video games, really rotten friends, TV, probably pornography, definitely pornography, because I have 2 teenage sons.
Definitely porn.
We had 3 teenage sons at the time.
Yeah, but she was no longer considering John one of her sons, I guess, at the time or something. I don't know. Definitely porn, by the way.
And the fact that I even say probably pornography is ridiculous, and I think everybody would see that there's a certain amount of denial going on there. I'm gonna ask...
Frank says definitely pornography. Oh my god.
them to...
Definitely is crazy. I mean, she's not wrong, but also anyway, we'll say...
It's a little extra.
Yeah. Probably pornography. Definitely pornography.
Meet with me at the studio that my husband has created for his own project, and I'm going to propose to them that we go...
Oh, wait, I paused it. Okay, wait, let me go back a little bit.
Pornography, definitely pornography, because I have 2 teenage sons. And the fact that I even say probably pornography is ridiculous, and I think everybody would see that there's a certain amount of denial going on there. I'm gonna ask them to meet with me at the studio that my husband has created for his own project, and I'm going to propose to them that we go cold turkey with phones, video games, and TV, and for me as well, cigarettes, and I guess my secret would be alcohol.
Secret? And pornography. Don't forget the pornography. We'll do the deep analysis in a minute.
Can you imagine she's gonna have a meeting with her own kids who are like
guys,
as young as like 8.
Listen, mommy's gonna stop
I've met here
drinking.
today to propose to you. It's just like so crazy.
Listen, guys, mommy will stop drinking if you stop looking at the pornography. Okay? Does that sound like a deal, sweetie?
Not like massive alcohol, but like a shot here and there during the day to calm the nerves. All these...
Cue the Alanis Morissette song. These are the reasons I drink, pointing to her children.
ways that like try to escape and...
Guys, mom drinks. Yeah, no shit. It's funny too, because she's like I shot here and there. You know, usually like a mom is like wine, you know, a glass of wine throughout the day.
Banging down. Like,
she's just taking like tequila.
Vodka.
Not feel things. And my idea is that like I haven't really cared about them enough to ask this of them. I've always felt like, well, what do I have to offer them? If they did all of this, like, what do I have to offer them? Like, nothing. It's just like, you take away like the one thing they have and you replace it with nothing. But my daughter pointed out to me today, my father left me when I was so stupid, 12. And so stupid. I'm 50, almost 51. Still crying about that. So,
which actually,
It's not true.
it's not true. My mom later told me, and I actually saw emails from her dad about this. When he divorced her mom, she was like 12 or something, and he invited all of his daughters, his 3 daughters at the time, to spend weekends with him, which is like what a typical divorced dad would do. And her older sister took him up on that offer, and she and her younger sister refused to go visit him on weekends. Or visit him at all.
No, I think the younger sister did live with him for a while or something.
Oh, okay. So yeah, so my mom, she definitely
Identified.
email from him or something where he was saying like, I don't understand why we can't just have like a regular divorce where the kids come see me. Why does it have to be this like crazy thing?
Right, he
where-
was saying it's not about you guys, it's just I can't live with your mother anymore.
Yeah.
Which is very reasonable, I think. Because she was crazy.
Is that the same guy that mailed the bear? Yeah. So, it's just a lie. She knows it's a lie. She told me this her whole life, that her dad essentially divorced her mom on Christmas Eve and then took off with his new wife. That was the story I was told. It's just not true. So, her concept, this is what's like interesting about this, although it's also retarded, is like, her concept concept at this point of her daddy issues is that she needs to get over her dad abandoning her. That's really not what was going on. She needed to come to terms with the fact that she rejected her dad.
Right.
And took her mom's side, even though she said she hated her mom. But, like, really, at the end of the day, she took her mom's side against her dad and lied about him to my dad and us, her kids, for years. That's the problem with her dad. Not that he was a bad guy. According to her, I wouldn't know about this except for the fact that she said, yeah, actually, I didn't go over and visit him when I could have. How does that make sense?
But, so that, like, okay, so he left me when I was 12, and obviously, like, haven't dealt with it, and, her question to drugs and sex, and she said, well, if he...
I did a lot of sex in college. A lot of sex. I did a lot of sex. And drinking and drugs.
Like, came into your life when you were, like, doing that and said, like, no, like, this isn't good. Like, you gotta stop. Would I be, like, angry with him and say, like, no? Like, no. You failed me.
By the way, I'm assuming by my daughter she means me, because I don't think Maggie would have had this. Like, obviously, yeah. She means me. So
much. I would say, like, no, I wouldn't have said that.
Let me go back a little bit to get this whole hypothetical from her.
Father, like, when I was in college, I did a lot of drinking and drugs and sex, and she said, well, if he, like, came into your life when you were, like, doing that and said, like, no, like, this isn't good, like, you gotta stop. Would I be, like, angry with him and say, like, no? Like, no. You failed me so much. I would say, like, no, I wouldn't have said that. I would have said, thank God you're stepping in and, like, trying to help me and care enough about me to say, like, these things aren't good, because I'm trying to tell myself that they are good or that they make sense and, like, rationalize them and whatever, but, like, and I understand that, like, he might not have been perfect, but, like, that first step would have been, like, just saying, like, I care about you enough to see that what you're doing is really hurting you, and I care about you enough to say stop it, and I'll help you stop it. So that's the idea behind it.
You know, that's
that.
Can
wait.
I
want to say, before you say it, I want to say, like, first of all, she's ungrateful. Her dad was paying for her entire college experience. Like, he wasn't unaware she was going to college. He was paying for it, right? So this idea, like, well, if only he had cared. He fucking paid for your 4 years at Penn State or whatever it was.
Well, and the reason she didn't have a relationship with him is because she told him to fuck off.
Right. So
now, wait a second. But here's this thing: is these lying women. So you're sitting on dicks, bouncing on dicks, getting wasted so much that the fraternity has to take you aside. A fraternity has to take you aside and say, like, you can't come to our parties anymore because you're gonna die here. Okay. And you're, like, doing all kinds of drugs. And you need your daddy to come in and tell you? You're an adult at this point. You need your father to come in and say, like, this stuff's not good for you? Nigga. Oh,
right.
Let's just say that. Like, all of these whores know that that's true.
Right. It's such a lie.
What do you need your father to? You're doing that stuff to lash out at him.
Yes. At both your dad and
your
father.
And of course, if he had said, what the fuck? She would have been like, fuck you.
Of course. Yes.
Fuck you. You fucking left me, you fucking asshole.
Uh-huh.
So it's such a lie.
It is a lie. It is saying, like, I know that this isn't real. Like, not really at this point.
But what I'm saying is, if you
ingrained.
interrogated this little narrative here, it would fall apart.
It would absolutely fall apart.
You're bouncing on rando dick and saying, like, I need my dad to say, like, hey, that's not the greatest idea in the world.
Right.
You're out of your mind.
Right. If only...
You're a human being. You know it doesn't make any sense.
Yes. Yes. And I also think, like, this sort of narrative...
Lying whores. Oops.
If you could have said this maybe if, like, you're 16, maybe. But, like, I don't even think, like, a typical, like, you know, always...
Your homework. Become a productive member of society. Look for... I mean, it's a positive institution in a sense. Yeah, they allow a lot of partying, but, like... It's not like you got lost in a fascinating world of, like, Epstein. You know what I mean? It's
no.
There's a million people
Stupid
telling you, like, don't
stuff.
do this stuff, but if you do, wear a condom, right? But no one's really endorsing this insanity doing it. And it's like, no. In high school, everyone was having sex. Nope, that's not true.
No,
it's like
that's a hoe cope.
30%, 40% were doing it. And yeah, they were the cool ones, but, like, Christians who weren't doing it. A lot of people went to college and, like, studied and, you know what I mean, and had a connection with their family and went home, especially Penn State. You know, like, the idea everyone's a crazy partier. No, they, like, specifically said we've never had to say this to anyone before, but, like, you can't come to our parties anymore because you're going to kill yourself. It's like Adam saying, like, oh, that's a Hollywood thing, you know?
Right,
Like, that's just what it is to be LA.
Right.
It's like, no, dude. It's not at all like that.
It's yeah.
It's a lie.
It's a lie. It's
You're an outlier. You're an extreme.
She's not actively lying by saying my dad left me. Like, when she cries, she's not saying...
She is.
Well, she is, but, like, when she cries
her
about
dad
that...
left her mother. That's it.
Right.
And when you ask her, well, what was your mother like? She's like, oh, she was batshit crazy, narcissist, never could be satisfied. Okay, so, like, why wouldn't you leave her? Even for your sake, like... He said, like, for the, you know, probably said for the sake of the kids, like, it's just a no-go. This just didn't happen, you know? I think he did the right thing. I just don't see how he didn't do the right thing.
But how do you explain... Well, I guess it's explained by just saying, like...
I mean, I was told that I left. Your siblings were told that I left the film. It was a lie.
Yep, that's true.
But there was a point at which it was so insane that I couldn't take it.
Yep. She asked for space and said it would be a good idea, and then said that you left her alone with the kids. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. Basically, it's an invitation.
She tells them that they're being raised by a single mother.
Yep.
It's crazy. You're not single.
Yep.
It's crazy. Even LA people are like, that's gross. It's like, no, we're co-parenting.
Yeah.
It's just gross to
Trashy.
play it like I'm a victim. Anyways.
Frank says, I can't. Quote, she's my pufferfish. Adam speaking about Cortney. LMAO. Pufferfish? You guys demand perfection from others. She can't even tell her own story without you guys correcting it. I'm pretty sure it's not perfection to say that what you personally have said, that your dad left your mom but offered for you to live with him part-time, and then to go and make a video and say he left you when you were 12.
No.
That's not perfection.
Your mother is perfectly able to have her own YouTube channel, to do whatever she wants publicly.
Oh, yeah, right.
So, she's absolutely able to.
What does that have to do with what I was responding to? I don't understand.
Well, they're saying you won't let her tell her story. She can tell her story till the cows come home.
No, they're saying in this video that we're demanding perfectionism from her by saying that her story has to be true.
Right.
Which is retarded.
But she's lying.
Yeah, right. That's not perfectionism to say you're lying about something that you admitted isn't.
Well, you're just filling in the gaps. Whatever.
It's not even filling in the gaps, though. She says, my father left me when I was 12. That's implying,
I know. You're
like,
just saying, like, this is not true.
Yeah.
I know this is not true.
Yeah.
She's not trying to... She's doing it. It's so ingrained in her. at this point that she doesn't even realize she's lying.
Right, that's what I was saying. Yeah, she doesn't realize it, and she is.
Although by this point, I think the narrative had been like questioned.
No, I don't think so. I don't think she would have said that. I remember specifically the conversation where like things changed. Things really changed then when she, I will give her some credit, I guess, was honest about what happened with her dad.
Yeah.
It was like that was when I started saying
teeth,
like,
though.
dude, what? You lied about that?
But it was like pulling teeth.
It was. No, yeah, it was. It was hours of like, okay, so what happened? He left? What does that mean? He abandoned you?
Yeah, the narrative was my father abandoned his family. Okay. Then why did you get paid tuition through college? Why
Child
did your
support,
mother
alimony, 2 houses.
Why did your mother get 2 houses?
Yeah.
A house and a beach house and a speedboat.
And your dad offered for you to live with him part-time. And he paid for your college.
It doesn't add up.
Yeah, it does not add up.
I do see my kids as being spiritually sick, physically ill, exhausted, and I know, there's one thing I know is that these things that they're doing aren't good for them. So why would I just say, like,
and they're
go ahead and
cranking
do them?
They're cranking it, definitely pornography.
They're whacking
are choking their chickens every night, and it is sick. This needs to be stopped.
And because that's all you can do. Because I'm so bad. Like, isn't the trick here, like, they wouldn't be doing them if I actually said something about it and said, you should stop.
They wouldn't be jerking off if I told them stop jerking off. That's not true. In fact, telling your children to stop jerking off, a mother telling her sons to stop cranking it is probably one of the most likely things to make them whack it even more, if we're gonna be honest.
Talk about a cringe conversation. Right?
Hey guys, I know that you're definitely watching pornography and beating your meat every night, and I just wanted to let you know that I care, and you should stop.
Thanks, Mom.
Thanks, Mom.
Here to, like, help you stop.
And I'm here to help you stop.
How are you gonna help? How is a mother gonna help?
Well, you know how a mom could help her if she suspects her sons have an issue with pornography? The way you would help that is, number one, don't talk to them about it. Just make their home life more pleasant and relaxed, and be loving towards them.
Well,
and support
the
them.
number one thing would be to connect them with their father.
Yes, right. Which is ironic considering her follow-up activities to this video.
No.
But yeah, make sure they have a good relationship with, or at least try to foster a strong connection with their father. Be supportive of their father. Encourage their masculinity.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like pretty obvious. The last thing you want to do, and it's ironic, right? Because she's saying, okay, even if you buy her lie here, you say like, okay, the problem in your life was that your dad didn't step in and show concern when you were
bouncing on a dick,
when you were
say,
being
like,
a slut,
honey,
right?
Love you, but do you realize this might not be the best idea? But
this is how unhinged she is even if you buy that that's the issue, which it wasn't, her concept of how she's going to prevent that trauma from happening to her kids is for her to pretend to be the dad that she never had for them, instead of actually just having their dad help them.
But also tell them that they're jerking off, which she doesn't know. That's like largely a bizarro fantasy. It may or may not be true, but like...
But do you get what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? She's saying the issue in my life is that I didn't have a father
Right.
who made his concerns about me known to me and showed that he cared about me.
Right.
So the way that I'm going to help my kids avoid that trauma is by me, their mother, pretending to be their father
Right.
and showing concern, which is batshit crazy when they have a father in their life.
Right.
Did she ever raise these concerns with you? Like, hey, I know that we're having issues, but like, I think the kids are feeling alienated.
It's beyond that. Like, in this case, the best thing to do is just to sort of say, like, I'm over my head. I'm over my head.
Yeah.
You don't have, like, a meeting with an 8-year-old where you say, like, there's porn demons attacking us all.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
You're not in, like, you're in the wrong league. It's like, no. Okay.
It's extremely immature in any parenting
Abort!
situation. Abort! She's
Abort!
crazy. It's extremely...
Yeah, you're crazy. It's like, whatever it is, like, you're only going to make it worse. You're crazy. You obviously don't have yourself figured any of these. You can't give what you don't have. So, like...
Yeah.
You haven't made sense of these things yourself.
Masturbation struggle session with mommy. Now that's constructive dialogue. It's such a classic thing. Like
You're like pounding shots. What you're doing is you're saying, like, okay, I'm collectively saying we all have a problem, and this is like Jerk Off Anonymous and Alcoholics Anonymous, and we're all equals. And it's like, guys, mommy has a problem with like pounding shots, and you're obviously whacking it, and can we all just like it's totally inappropriate.
Yeah.
On every imaginable level.
It's just incredibly cringe and obviously immature for any parent if there's issues in the home, which
we've lost it at that point.
To say that the issue is pornography, to narrow it down and say like, no, you know what it is? It's that damn phone. It's the porn on the phone.
Yeah.
Is so ludicrously immature.
Yeah.
It's just like
it's way downstream
father
of
or
the
mother does
fundamental
it's like saying, I don't know, it's like if you have a seriously dysfunctional family and you say like you got a fat kid and you say like, well, what
and
we
you're
need
like,
to do is
God damn it, the potato chips.
Yeah, we need to limit your sugar intake. No more high C. It's like, it's obviously not the problem.
Yeah. But it's obvious what the problem is also.
Yes. Who wouldn't?
About what our sons are doing sexually, which is weird. I've never done that, you know, like I know she's not like fantasizing, but it's similar.
No, but she's down there like, I know they're watching porn up there.
They're cranking it.
I know they're whacking off.
And she's sitting there pounding more vodka thinking about it. It's like,
yeah, it's fucking crazy.
Go.
And this was when you weren't around. Neither of us were around.
Yeah.
This is the place she got
Can you
to.
imagine the actual, like, I've brought you here to where your father is having his own project, but you know what I mean? It's like, what?
She says she's gonna meet with the guys. She would have to drive them to the studio, like.
Yeah, across the state.
It's not a meetup. Like you're their mother. They're
and we're
like,
gonna have this like
under
kind of
16
tete-a-tete proposal. It's like you don't make proposals to your kids when they're 8 years old.
Listen, guys, mommy will lay off the booze and the cigarettes if you lay off the pornography. That should fix things.
I'll throw my vodka bottle in with your phone and we'll put it under a lock. Does that sound mature?
Behind it, that I do see my kids as being spiritually sick, physically ill, exhausted, and I know, there's one thing I know is that these things that they're doing aren't good for them. So why would I just say, like, go ahead and do them, and because that's all you can do.
Tony says, was it really a huge porn addiction for them, or was she making a mountain out of a molehill?
I don't see any evidence that they had any. I've never seen any evidence that they had any inordinate.
I mean, how would I know? But, like, I don't think so. I'm the porn addict of the family. Not really, though. I mean, twice a month. Come on.
Well, the whole problem with that kind of thing is it's just not enough light in the household. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, drawing attention to the darkness.
Oh, it just
makes it
such
darker.
a bad idea.
Because now it's like, mommy wants to be involved in your sexual life.
Yeah.
It's like, okay. That just got super crazy.
It's like, okay, like imagine your son is like masturbating, right? And it's like in his dark room and it's late at night. Or like, it's like, whatever. He comes home from school and he cranks it.
Make a nice dinner.
It's like,
that would help
make a
out.
nice dinner, open the curtains, have a great time with your family.
Have some friends over, show that you can be social.
Right. Make some brownies or something. But her idea is like to crawl into bed with him and be like, what are you looking at?
I know what you're doing under here. Put it away!
Yeah, right.
It's crazy. I'm here for you.
Yeah.
You've lost it. You've lost it. Totally lost it.
Tell the audience about Ben going through your phone and finding porn. What happened afterwards?
No, I didn't.
He never found porn.
I didn't find porn.
I know how to use incognito tabs, unlike some people. He never found the dirty stuff.
Because I'm so bad. Like, isn't the trick here, like, they wouldn't be doing them if I actually said something about it and said, you should stop. And I'm here to, like, help you stop. Well, okay. So my plan is to bring this up in front of them and film it and post that so you can see how it goes.
Film her saying to them that they're cranking it? What's the thought?
I wish she had filmed that. Wait, can we hear that again? I never even picked up on that.
Really ill, exhausted, and I know, there's one thing I know is that these things that they're doing aren't good for them. So why would I just say, like, go ahead and do them? And
how the fuck are you gonna title that video? Confronting my 12 and 14-year-old sons on their cranking. Mommy gives up alcohol, teenage sons give up masturbation. A family story of success. Honestly,
all on YouTube.
I mean, I would not...
Tune in tonight.
Live at 8 p.m. EST. It would have been hilarious. I'm glad she didn't actually do that, because, I mean, obviously that's like child abuse.
Yeah.
To broadcast that, but if
That's
she had,
crazy.
it would have been. It's crazy. It would have been hilarious, but not good to post.
Well, they would have just sat there and gone like, oh my god, what? Guys, admit it. You crank it.
Listen, so, hey audience. Hey Rizza, just wanted to say that I know you're watching pornography.
You watch it.
What genre? Evil.
that's all you can do. Because I'm so bad. Like, isn't the trick here, like, they wouldn't be doing them if I actually said something about it and said, you should stop. And I'm here to, like, help you stop. Well, okay. So my plan is to bring this up in front of them and film it and post that so you can see how it goes, and you
can see how it goes, and you can try it at home, folks. And then the suicide will also film and post that as well.
I'm gonna pee my pants. Holy shit. She's so fucking that
You're
was
gonna bring
a real
4
plan.
kids into a room, turn on the cameras, publicly live.
That is so crazy.
Really.
LMAO, I wonder how bad the porn was that she had to put a stop to it. It wasn't like, look, Tony, I don't know, but like, it wasn't like a big problem in our household. Like,
No.
it didn't, like, nobody really talked about it, but like, it is like normal teenage shit. Like,
yeah, totally normal.
it's not like, you know, he's just down there wanking it. Frank says, how to confront your sons about cranking at 2025 method, no scam. 2025 method.
Can see that, I don't know what it looks like to try to, like, get over your daddy issues. And
that's not what it looks like.
So her concept of how you get over your daddy issues is to confront your teenage sons about masturbation.
Plus, you're gonna have your daughter there and like their prepubescent brother.
Right, Joey's gonna be there, who was like what, 9 at the time, like. And you're gonna
like,
post it publicly. That's the plan.
Emasculate them publicly.
Very unique parenting approach. Yeah, that's one way to say it. But I mean, this is like, she's not trolling. Like, this is legit.
This is where the brain went.
Yeah, like she really did think, like, this is insane. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's why I was like, kind of like, okay, can we just maybe hang up the parenting hat here and just say, like, we're not really getting it.
No, I mean, I'm saying, like, legitimately, like, she didn't actually do it, but in this video, she's planning, like, just open child abuse.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Like,
it's
that's
crazy.
Totally crazy.
It's not malicious in the sense of knowing the sauce completely.
I know. Hopefully that will help.
Or me saying,
guys.
like, you know, I think John might be gay, so what I'm gonna do is like sodomize him tonight and post it on YouTube, and then way we can work through it together. You know, it's like it's that level of like than with other guys.
Yeah.
I don't have any STDs. It's like saying that. It's that level of like.
It's really.
I regretted it because I think it's an avuncular conversation.
Yeah.
With boys.
Yeah.
Which is why, like, you know, that's one thing Catholic schools can do is have like a layperson like me say, like, guys, here's the deal. You know, it's not that big of a deal, but like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Really, somebody who doesn't jerk off, because I mean, it would lead me to believe you had a problem with it.
He thinks that's cool parenting.
I don't know if he's trolling or not, but I can see how he would
Debate.
Yeah. Papa
Look, banter off. Happy to do it. I'll tear him to shreds.
Or did the war chief decide that
Or did he pussy out?
he wasn't so into war after all?
It's just a conversation between two men.
be a good mom and try to like get over your daddy issues, and be a good mom and try to clean up the mess you made of your life, and be a good mom to your kids.
Making something into a project, it's done. Just try to salvage anything at that point. Do you know what I'm saying?
Are you sure though?
You're
like,
toast.
I'm not
You're
saying
toast.
her. Like, obviously she's beyond the point of no return.
If you characterize your life as an utter and complete mess, you're and you have 6 kids, it's like, okay, you're fried. Abort mission.
Yeah. Yeah.
You got in over your head. You know, there are people that can help, but you are not. Don't keep trying to. You see what I'm saying?
It's too. You seem like it's too far down the line.
You've lost it. You've lost it.
To pick it back up. Yeah, I could see that. Yeah.
You got to focus on yourself. You know, and just ask people to, you know, just sort of apologize. That's what the priest said. Just like, you're a gonzo.
Yeah.
Like, just get out of here and
I mean, you're saying like I'm a
Try not
total
to be
disaster at 51 years old, something like that.
Well, and you're coming with ludicrous proposals
Yeah.
that make no sense based on lies.
That would be genuinely abusive to actually do to your kids.
Legit, like
I don't think that occurred to her, which is even worse. But like,
posting this.
it's not like she was like saying that like to say like
Immediately
I'm gonna fuck with my
DCYF
kids.
shit anything about like what the fuck?
You mean as far as like the whole
sexual?
Yeah.
Like you've lost it completely. This is super unhealthy. This is not coming from a good place. You've got your head up your ass. Like you're out of your league. Like I mean, I taught kids about sexuality. That's what I did for the 2 decades. It's a delicate thing, but like it's fairly easy to understand what your place is there. It's not to like. I saw bad attempts at this. Like once I was at a Steubenville conference, they called it, and that priest, rapper priest guy, he was like, "How many of you in here have masturbated in the last week?" And I was like, "God, dude, don't fucking do that to these kids."
Yeah.
And I told the kids around me, like, even if it's true, don't raise your fucking hands. That's totally inappropriate.
Yeah. That is so.
But he wanted everyone to feel like, hey, okay, like we're all in the same. It came from a good place. But that's crazy to ask someone publicly. Yeah. And also like it makes you feel like, well, if you don't raise your hand, you're a liar. It's like a weird form of like psychological manipulation. But can you imagine being in a classroom and having a teacher like just be like, okay, who's masturbated in the last week?
It's so inappropriate.
It's totally inappropriate.
Yeah.
But you can talk about masturbation obliquely.
Yeah.
And make jokes that kids laugh at or whatever. But if you spend too much time on it, it can seem weird. But, it's my job. It's like, okay, everyone knows we go through the commandments. Okay, we're going to hit the sexual commandment. Not spend too much time on it. Not to spend too much time on homosexuality. But, like, kind of get the basic. My thing to them was, like, you should be mad that society doesn't do a better job of helping you. Yeah. Creating certain circumstances that, but there's nothing wrong with wanting to, like...
Have sex.
It's a great thing.
Yeah.
It's fantastic. And whatever, kids would, whatever. I think they appreciated that. It's like, okay, I'd rather talk with you about this than my dad.
Yeah.
And since it was all boys, I let it get a little bit raucous, I let the jokes be a little bit more raucous, because it's not girls around. If there's girls around, it's a different kind of thing. But like,
yeah. I don't think masturbation was discussed at all in public school, just as a side point. It just wasn't
they don't know what to do
at
with it.
all.
Yeah.
Not even in sex ed. It was just like we watched like the sperm entering the egg video. And
nothing
about masturbation.
There was, I remember a kid in Virginia when I went to school. He had some kind of phrase about like that people were promoting masturbation as a way to, like just avoid like pregnancy, like as a kind of hygiene. You know what I mean? Like on Pulp Fiction, how the guy is like, well, I jerked off before I was with her, so.
Yeah.
But that never really took. It's just too cringe,
Yeah. There wasn't really a lot of that. I mean, of course they were like, it's a healthy release, you shouldn't be ashamed of it, and then it's like not talking about it at all.
Right. Because if it's healthy, why not do it publicly or something, right? Like it's just, everyone knows that.
Yeah.
They just couldn't figure it out because they're not Catholic, so.
Yeah.
From a secular perspective, masturbation is very hard to have a take on.
Right.
Although it's like everyone is ashamed of it.
Right, and you can't get over that shame. You're never going to have a jerk-off parade.
Yeah.
Candy
but it's
Warhol.
also like, it's just funny. it's just a joke from when you're like 13 to 18. It's just like, it's a funny joke because it's like we're all doing this, and it's like,
Yeah.
at least for boys, it's like, it's crazy. Why are
Yeah.
we doing this? It's crazy. Furiously masturbating. It's like,
Candy Warhol with the crazy coat. Courtney didn't say a single thing about masturbation. Did you know that you can masturbate without porn? So your idea is that she's saying that her sons are looking at pornography but not masturbating? That's your
What?
problem? The viewing of pornography but not the obvious implication of masturbation as well?
oh,
That's one of the dumbest things you've ever said in the chat. You've said some stupid stuff, but that's out there.
boys who look at pornography are masturbating. I mean,
Yeah. What's the concept? They're looking at it artistically for science?
only a female could possibly think like, well, maybe they're looking at pornography but not masturbating. It's just it's a synonym.
Yeah, right.
I do think masturbation without pornography way better. I used to masturbate thinking about like my neighbor, girls at school. That's
Yeah.
way better.
I miss being able to do that. Yeah.
It's you know,
It
like
was a
that
lot healthier.
in and of itself. Like, I'm not saying any of it's like really super healthy, but like that's way better.
Yeah.
The girl at school, her legs or whatever next to you, you're just like cranking it, thinking about like that.
It's healthier. It's like that's how it's supposed to be. if
Because
you're
then the
gonna
next
do
day
it.
you want to like have it, like, you know, whatever, do the next thing, talk with her.
Porn
maybe,
is so
maybe
isolating. Yeah.
Like, yeah, maybe, yeah, because it's a clear fantasy, but it's not necessarily a fantasy that you could, you know, have sex with that girl next to you,
Yeah.
or that kid you're taking care of.
I used to fantasize about Michael Fassbender. I'd be like, hey, let's watch the X-Men series. That'd be fun, guys. Magneto. Guys, it is 1:34 in the morning, and we are just about home, which is crazy. Back in this goddamn accursed state. Makes my skin crawl.
It's been a long time since this is the longest I've ever been away from Rhode
It's
Island.
been a long time, yeah, and it's about to be a lot longer. We're not staying
Going to
here
LA
for
is
long.
like being in a different.
Really make it happen in Rhode Island this time. Fuck you.
Yeah, Rhode Island's probably the most retarded state in the country.
Yeah. All of you should be just wiped off the face
It
of
hides
the earth.
because it's in New England, which is like not that retarded, but
Yeah,
like, it's
I know.
retarded.
It's fucking retarded.
You take this state and you put it between like Ohio and Illinois, and like everyone would be dead within
Yeah.
6 months.
Yeah. It's so corrupt. It's so, I hate to say
Lives
it,
off the fat of
incestuous.
other people's. Yeah.
Yeah, everybody's up each other's asshole. It's retarded. It's backwards.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it was great for childhood, I guess, kind of. Anyways, I'm outie. As soon as I wrap this shit up, which I'm really looking forward to, selling the stuff in the storage unit is gonna be delicious. And
Yeah, I
ain't
saw
shit
you already
Mommy
looking
can do
it up.
about that because, yeah. I sent her a certified mail saying, hey, you owe back pay on rent for this. Contact me by this date and we can arrange payment and you can have access. Otherwise, I'll be forced to dispose of it as I see fit according to Rhode Island general law. And guess what? I didn't get a fucking email or letter or text. No communication whatsoever. I thought it was all your precious stuff that you wanted. I guess when money's involved, all of a sudden, oops, I don't care. I want my stuff. Well, how about you pay me the rent? Because you've had it here for 2 years and I paid for the rent. If you want it. Oh, actually, I don't want it. No, I don't actually want it.
I want you to store it forever for free
Yeah.
in case I ever do want
In
it.
case it ever occurs to me that I might want
That's how it works.
something from here. Which, it doesn't even have stuff that you would want. Like, there's no cookbooks or sewing machines or clothes or anything. It's just like tools. Well, I might want that saw. Sit and spin, lady. Can we stop and get some smokes, though? Look at these fucking cops with their fucking lights.
Rhode
It's a
Island
fucking police
trash.
state. It's a police state. You can't like look at that one hiding up there too. It's such a trashy small town thing to do. Oh, you were going 15 miles over the speed limit on the ramp. Ticket. Fucking sucks.
Yeah, let's get out of here.
Adam's spellings of my mother's name are getting more and more ludicrous.
Oh, yeah.
Last one is Cournty. Cornty? New
Well,
England
when he
is
gets the tattoo, that's when it really counts.
Cornty. Adam, if you fly there, you can have both. Are you guys trying to convince Adam to come out to Rhode Island? Leave him here. Rhode Island is his. He looks like one of these Portuguese white trash guys.
Yeah, definitely.
That wander around.
Yeah, much safer, much less expensive.
Yeah, like he would literally blend right in. Probably my landlord Ron would be like, "Oh, this guy's the best. He's hilarious. He's a hoot."
No. They would immediately take him on as like their project.
Yeah, Jacinda. Oh my God.
Oh, yeah.
I cook for you. I'll make you mac and cheese.
You gotta straighten him out.
I used to have a drinking problem too with my baby daddy. Now stop that shit for my
fuck?
baby. Don't be
$10.
taking any pictures of my baby. Can you drive me to the dispensary? My baby's choking. Can you take me to the hospital? Can we get Wendy's on the way? That literally happened, by the way. She woke me up at 2 a.m. and she's like, my baby's choking. We need to go to the hospital. I was like, oh, okay. Like her baby's like a couple months old. I'm like, oh, okay, shit. I get in the fucking car. I drive 40 minutes across the bay, take her to the hospital, and there's a Wendy's on the way, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna get myself a snack after this. And she's like, can we stop there? I'm like, well, I thought your baby was choking.
I never knew that story. That's a funny story.
I was like, okay, I'm sure.
N-word.
I mean, yeah, I get it.
What?
I guess her baby wasn't choking at the time, but it's like, well,
40-minute ride with a choking baby? That's called, like, you were dead.
well, she like the baby.
3 minutes in.
It wasn't I don't know. It wasn't. She always over exaggerates. Obviously, the baby wasn't actively dying, but it had some kind of problem. You know how these single moms are. Everything is a hospital.
How are you
trip.
the ambulance?
Because we were friends at the time, so I fucking got used.
So how did the friendship go the other way?
Occasionally she would make us mac and cheese if I bought sides for dinner. Yeah, it sucked.
Sucked. It's just lopsided.
Yeah.
You fell for it.
I did fall for it, but you did too. She punched you in the face and you were like, oh, single mother, I don't want to put her in jail. You fell for it too.
Yeah.
Meanwhile,
Sure.
I was sitting there saying like, press charges, press charges, press charges, press charges.
Oh, I can still press charges. Technically.
Statute of limitations, yeah, that's true. You can still press charges. So what did you guys think of the video? It took us 2 hours to get through a 7-minute video. Actually, record time for a Thorp stream. Grace, never get rid of that leather jacket. Always rub it in Adam's face. It's not rubbing it in his face. He gave it to me. He literally gave it to me. I picked it out of his closet. I was like, oh, this is a nice jacket. He was like, take it. Ben loves the single black mothers. You called her a godsend. She cleaned your house and helped the kids. Yeah, that is true. She did clean the Warwick house.
Not really.
Well, I mean, it was helpful. Like, we were in a bad place at the time.
Yeah.
But in exchange for Lake Compounds tickets, it wasn't really like,
No, it was like
out of her.
$1,000.
Yeah, it wasn't really like out of the kindness of her heart. No expectations. Like, what did I think of the video? Big Cortney W. Chat is deciding to individually mute Adam now.
Mute?
Yeah, like you can mute someone on chat so you don't see their chats.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's getting muted.
He's just getting like shunned.
Yeah.
Well, nothing you can do about that.
Warren, Rhode Island. Can I just say, it makes such a big difference to come back here and not, I know I already said this, but like, it just keeps occurring to
Not
me.
have to try to say
Not
it's
have
home.
to say, like, it's home.
I'm gonna make
Never
it home.
felt like home, especially Warren. Just get the fuck out, make that bag, and get the fuck dip.
Yeah.
So freeing. I love it. Can we stop at the mobile and get it packed?
It's too retarded.
It's too retarded. Oh no, that one's not open. Any open gas station. Cumberland might be open. Let's see. The entire Northeast sucks monkey ball sacks. I mean, like, I like the seasons. I like the climate. I like the nature, the people, and the retarded police.
People are
state.
alright. It just needs a revolution, right?
Yeah, it's too.
It needs to go. It
it's
needs to go
stuck
red.
In the 1980s.
It needs to go red.
Yeah. All right. You want anything else?
Yeah.
A little snack.
Well, I don't know. You say we can't afford anything. I don't know.
No. Oh, but speaking of affording things, Patience did pay $100 of his towards the bike, which is much appreciated as I am broke. So thank you, Patience. I never like doubted that he was gonna pay it back.
Well.
No, I didn't. I really thought like I was like 2% chance he won't pay that back.
Yeah.
Plans for tomorrow's content. I think I'll wrap this stream up here. Tomorrow's content.
That stuff looks good. The sandwiches and
yeah.
fruit.
Well, do you want to keep streaming? No, right? No. I don't think that would make sense.
No, yeah.
We're gonna get the stuff out of the RV. It's 2 a.m.
Grace. Why do you do these long things? Just say, I'm out, bye.
I like telling them what the plans are for tomorrow.
It's 2 o'clock in the morning.
Okay. Bye.